Hey everybody, this is Kyle. Today we're going to go to Michelle's in Eureka, Missouri and listen to my song, It's a Shame. As we get ready to go to Michelle's to hear me play the song, a lot of times the story I tell before this song is, have you ever met somebody in your life, somebody that you just thought was the one? When you met them, you thought to yourself, why didn't I know you years ago? Why didn't I know you yesterday? Why didn't I know you earlier in my life? Because it's a shame we didn't know all the stuff between us before. Take a listen. It's an original song, It's a Shame. How sexy you are. It's a shame. It's a shame. We didn't this out before. It's a shame. It's a shame. We didn't this out before. Promise that I'll make it up to you. Got to accept that you are mine. One way or another, I'll show you that we'll have no more lost time. I wanna hold you in my arms and say the sweetest thing spend my time holding on to you and do it all again the next day. It's a shame. It's a shame. We didn't figure this out before. It's a shame. It's a shame. A few months ago, I posted the studio project for the song It's a Shame. I mentioned that the introduction always reminds me of Red Hot Chili Peppers, the way it starts. In particular, the song Under the Bridge. Yes, it's different. Yes, it doesn't sound the same. But musically, it's kind of similar. The way you pick out the chords and everything. For some reason, since I've recorded the song and since I play it a lot whenever I'm performing, I don't play it the same way as I recorded it, and I really have no idea why. Let's take a look at the different parts of the song musically. I mentioned that I always play the introduction differently actually in that take, and this is something I often do, is I'll run through it just to try to trigger some muscle memory because I like the introduction, and it bugs me that I play it different than the recording. And when I say I play it different, I'm meaning that I don't play it as well for whatever reason, so I'll try it here. So it's essentially a B chord, a different type of A chord, and then an E chord back to B. But the way I play it, actually I think that was pretty close to the recording. For the verse part, so I'm in the key of E, unless you're a music nerd and you would say I'm in B Mixolydian, which is the same as E major. Often whenever I perform this, unless I'm background music, I have people sing along with me. And it's a call and response sing along. I left some notes in the video, so usually whenever I say it's a shame, the idea is people would echo me, it's a shame. In other stories behind the songs that I've done, I mentioned using chromatic walks as a way to give a heads up to the audience for different things. So I have that here. Whenever I wrote these chords, and I'm actually breaking key a little bit. I'm going from B, C sharp major to E to B. I was actually thinking of Lenny Kravitz's first album, Let Love Rule, which is one of my favorites. I love that album so much. And some of these ideas, like using a major 6 chord instead of a minor 6 chord, if I was playing it in key, it'd be like... And that idea of following the musical rules with this song just does not fit for whatever reason. The last musical section is the bridge part. Bounces between the E and B chord, and then on the 4th time, it goes to C sharp major to an F sharp major. So all the chords in this song are major chords, which is very much an alt-rock arrangement. When I started to perform this song with a looper, I had to think about what to do with the bridge. I used to do this song differently. I had a separate loop set up for the bridge part, and that was always a hassle to set up. Actually, the short amount of time it takes to play the bridge and loop it, it's not that big a deal. I've never had an audience give me that look like, hey dude, we're bored as you play these 8 chords. You know, it just doesn't take that long. Something I do though to add to the live performance is add some little fills like that, especially on the second time through. That lets me know too if I get lost in the performance, that when I hear the fill on a second time, that's my cue to me as the player to say, hey dude, you're halfway through, you got 2 more times going, or you have 1 more time until the chords change. And this key change at the end, I'm technically playing the 6 and 2 chord as major chords. But playing the major 2 chord, it's kind of like a key change. It kind of modulates to the key of F sharp as opposed to E, because then it goes right back to that B chord. And that's a neat little musical technique to add a little variety to the ear so it doesn't all sound like it's in the same sandbox. Whenever I perform It's a Shame, I almost never play a guitar solo. Maybe if I'm background music, and maybe if I'm really, really wanting to solo. The main reason is that I have 3 sections. I have the verse, the chorus, and the bridge. And it's not that long of a section. I mean, I could easily solo over that. But there's lots of other songs that I solo over too. Sometimes I make the choice that I'm just not going to solo over this one, and it's very common. Plus, I honestly just like singing the song. And if I solo, it takes me out of the singer mode. I should add that another reason that I don't solo during a song is that totally interrupts the whole sing-along vibe that I'm trying to create with the song. Thanks for watching the story behind the song, It's a Shame. It's always a fun one when I perform, especially if I'm at a place where I get that kind of sing-along thing going on. That's always good. I played this once at a Writers Week assembly at school and had around 500 or 600 middle schoolers yelling along with me, and that was something extremely memorable. That was a very fun time. As always, if you see something creative online, make sure you subscribe, follow, like, share, and comment, and do all those things to let the creators know that you like what's going on. So, see you next time.